I'm Beth, and I'm glad you joined me for this yoga twist practice. I've designed this practice as a routine that you can do in the morning to help wake up your body and prepare for the day. Of course, twists are also wonderful to do any time of day, so you can try this as a release at the end of your workday, as a way to prepare for bed. We're going to be focusing on the somatic aspects of twists, so paying attention to how our body feels through the movements and before and after. We'll be moving dynamically and holding static stretches for this practice. So we'll be doing both seated and lying twists, and we'll start seated with just a little stretch and warm up for the spine to prepare for twists. As you're ready, find a comfortable seat. You can be seated cross-legged like me, sitting up on a blanket or cushion, whatever you prefer. Rest your hands on your body or down by your sides. Wiggle around a little bit so that you can feel your sits bones making contact with the mat, with the ground. And then use your hands down on your body or by your sides to encourage a little lift of your body. Your tailbone or your sits bones stay rooted as you lift up tall through the spine, thinking about the crown of your head going taller to the ceiling or to the sky. So we want length in our spine before we twist. Let's do some seated cat-cow movements, simple forward and backward stretch. So round the body, you can hold onto your knees if you wish, tucking the chin a little bit as your tail tucks, letting the shoulder blades come apart on the back, and then moving forward with your chest, shoulder blades draw together on your back. Gaze might go up as your chest comes forward. Let's rock back and forth a few times like that. Start to feel your body stretching, things waking up. You might coordinate with the breath, breathing in as you come forward and out as you round back. One more time each direction. And then again, come back to center, wiggle around to adjust as needed. Take a moment to sense any shift or changes in your body. That's part of our somatic experiencing. For our first twist, we're going to take the soles of our feet together. They can be comfortably close or further away from your body. You want the feet in a position where when you cross your arms, you can hold on to each knee. This is going to be the basis for our twist. So hold on to each knee. Let's cross the right arm over the left so that we're consistent. And then we're going to take that top arm, start to reach it out to the side. It's fine if your knee comes down as you do this. Let your chest open to your right, and you can turn your head to look at your thumb if you'd like. And then as you come back toward front, weave that hand underneath to take the opposite knee again. And we'll do the same with the other arm. Left arm comes back as you start to twist toward the left. Turn in that direction if you'd like. And back around to center, once again, weaving under. Let's try it with the breath now. Breathing in, finding space in the body as we twist. And as you exhale, turn back around, weave the back arm under, other direction. Breathing, create space. Exhale and feel some of that wringing out of the body. We'll do one more each direction, feeling like your spine is tall as you breathe in. And then exhale, take that arm under. Last time, last side. And come back around to front. You can let go of your knees, maybe give your legs a little flop. Take a moment here. We always check in with ourselves, so see how you're feeling in that first somatic or dynamic movement. And now we're going to, from the legs in this position, take the left leg and stack it over the right. So turn your body a little to the right side. Now you might find that the top leg is resting somewhere in the crook of your bottom foot. You can adjust that however is comfortable. So this movement has naturally turned us toward the right. We're simply going to follow that movement. Bring the left hand around the thigh, back hand goes to support you. And remember, in each twist we want to first find length. So I take a breath in and feel my body grow a little taller. And then on the exhale, maybe I explore a little bit of twisting motion. It doesn't have to be still. If you prefer to move your head around, move in and out of the twist a little bit, let your body do that if that's what your body wants. Your head can turn in whatever direction your neck prefers today. So maybe opposite direction, perhaps the same direction as your knees and your twist. Let's hold for one more in-out breath. And then as you're ready, begin to make your way back around to front. If you want to do a few little windshield wipers of your knees, you can. So you know where we're going. We're letting the knees come to left this time. Stacking the legs, it could be a little different on this side. Maybe your ankle is more in the instep. Maybe your legs are further apart. Whatever works is fine. Take a breath in to grow tall, using the back hand to support you. Let the right hand come across somewhere on your thigh. So each breath in helps you grow nice and tall. And then on the exhale, you see that you have room to move around the center of your spine, your rib cage. That's the area where most of the twist happens. Explore where your neck feels comfortable on this side. One more breath. And then start to unwind back toward front. Let's keep the left foot in toward the opposite hip so you can pull it in a little bit. And then the right foot can either stay in front of that shin, if that's a place that is most comfortable for you, or if you feel comfortable taking it over and moving the right foot more to the left, you can. Now for some people this might feel way too pretzel-y and make you lean in some awkward direction. If so, simply keep your foot where it was to begin. I like this version, so I'm going to stay right here. And only do this version if you can feel relatively grounded with your sits bones on the floor. Remember, we start each twist planting or rooting down into the earth, growing tall. And we'll take a breath in here. And then you may have this already. We're going to be twisting right. So taking the opposite hand around the knee, back hand comes behind as a support again, like a little kickstand. Now, if you find you're running too much into this leg, simply lean back a little bit from the hips, creating more space to twist. You can, if you want, take your elbow across in more this position. I like holding on to the thigh. It really feels like it gives me ability to control the twist a little bit more, to adjust to my body. Same thing as before. Breathe in to grow tall, even though you might feel a little bit lean one direction or the other in this twist. Exhale to explore. And then unwind back around to front. Might get the legs a little shake out. Let's take the right foot in toward the opposite hip. Left foot either scooches close to the right shin or comes over. Now this side might feel different than the first side. That's okay. We're different from side to side. Take a breath in to grow tall. You see I have my hands laced around the front of my shin. That helps me set up for this pose. And then we'll begin the twist. Notice that the left hand comes around, finds a spot as a kickstand. Right hand helps gently encourage me to twist. I'm not tugging, but I am putting a little pressure there to help me move into the twist. Find a breath in to be tall in your twist. Exhale to do a little bit of wringing out or squeezing if you'd like. Let's find one more breath. And then when you're ready to unwind, you can start to turn your body back around to front. Unwind your legs. We'll do one more twist seated. This is a deer pose twist. It's my favorite. So let's start with the legs a little wide apart. You can be on your heels. So this will be similar to the other twist we did in that we'll take both knees to your right, but this time they're not stacked. They're further apart. You can have the front foot touching the thigh of the back, or you can have them more apart, so you adjust. Take your right arm, reach up, and give it sort of a fling so that it comes back. We're going to do that a couple times. Breathe in and bring it back. Reach up with your right arm. This might help you with that feeling of growing tall. Take it back. Bring it back one more time. Reach up and grow tall. And then this time we'll take the opposite arm around too and find a spot where we can hold our twist. Now you can keep this upright, or if you desire, you can walk the hands forward any amount, leaning onto your hands or your forearms. You could have blocks or something placed under your hands if you wish. You might let your chin, your head release. And then as you're ready, if you walked down like I did, finding yourself back upright, unwind to the front first, bring your knees up, windshield wiper loosely if you'd like. And then we'll reset, take both knees over to the left. Of course, that's going to naturally start to twist our body a little left. Take time to arrange the feet how it feels comfortable, still striving for the sitting bones moving toward grounding. Let's take the back left hand. We're going to breathe in, reach it up, and exhale, reach it down behind a few times like that. Breathe in, reach it up. Exhale it behind. One more. Breathe in and up. And this time as we go behind, we'll lift the right arm to follow, taking us around in the twist, honoring whatever changes you notice on the second side. And remember, you can stay holding your thigh, keeping the twist upright, or you can walk forward any amount. Find maybe one or two more breaths. And then start to walk your hands in, back around to front. Take windshield wipers or any little shakeout you need, and then meet me down lying on the floor for our floor twist. Okay, so as we arrive on the floor, let's take a moment to simply notice how our body is feeling. Notice the parts of your back that are touching the ground. And then to move into our lying twist, we'll first take the right ankle over the top of the left thigh, finding a figure 4 shape, so moving knee away from the body. Arms can be comfortably by your sides. And we'll start by doing a few rocks back and forth, sort of like a half windshield wiper. Next time you come to the right, we're going to hold. So we'll hold in a twist. You might scooch the bottom left foot a little further to the left. Now you'll notice I'm not down very far. I'm not really tugging with this top foot, just enough that I feel this twist. This is a nice twist for the hips. And then as I come back through center, now I'm going to let this top right leg cross all the way over the bottom. Doesn't matter how tight or loose your cross is. And I'll take the knees toward the opposite side this time, toward the left. Now I might decide to scooch my hips a little right to give myself more room to twist left. I find it comfortable to let my foot or my shins come all the way to the floor. If that's not comfortable for you, you might grab a pillow or a cushion to support your legs. You can add the element of reaching the opposite arm, right arm, so opposite of the knees to the left, on a diagonal, and turning your head in that direction, making this a full body twist. Enjoy for a few more breaths. And then as you're ready, either with your legs still crossed or uncross them first, start to come up through center, re-center yourself on the mat if you've moved around. Then we'll prepare for the second side, first dynamic and then held. So take your left knee up, take your left ankle over the top of your right thigh in this figure 4. Gently let your leg externally rotate away from your body. And then it's a little bit of a swish back and forth. A little bit of a wake up and noticing how our body feels in these somatic movements. And then next time you come left, hold your legs in that direction, letting the top leg kind of lead the way. You might scooch the bottom foot a little more to the right to adjust, and always adjust how it works for your body. So we certainly want to feel some sensation in response to our efforts. We don't want that sensation to be pain or sharp or stinging. All right, then we'll take our knees back up to the ceiling, keeping our legs. We'll cross the right leg over this time, finding a cross of the legs. And then our knees are going to come right. I'm shifting my hips a little bit left to make more room. And so you can see on this side, my foot does reach the floor. There's space here, but that feels comfortable for me, so I'll just leave it as is. If you want to put something under this space, a blanket, a pillow, go right ahead and make that change for yourself. And then option to reach the opposite arm, the left arm up and away on a diagonal. Turn the head in that direction. Be here in stillness for a few breaths. And then once again, bring your knees up through center. Recenter yourself as you uncross your legs. Let your knees come together as you take your feet to the edges of your mat. So forming a little tent shape, take your hands to your abdomen, your rib, your heart, your chest. Finish your practice with a few breaths of somatic awareness, noticing how the effort, the movements that you did throughout this practice have an impact on your body, on your physical state, your mental state, your emotional state. And offer yourself that bit of appreciation for being here and doing this practice today. Thank you for being here with me for this practice, and I hope you'll be able to move more alertly, with more mobility and greater movement freedom into the rest of your day.